Good morning, everyone. Carolyn Russin, professional life coach here. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving for my American friends. I know your Thanksgiving isn't not till the next month, but up there in Canada, we just had it yesterday. So hope everyone had an enjoyable time, good family time, great food, all those wonderful things. Anyway, in hindsight of Thanksgiving, I thought I would talk a little bit about gratitude. I know gratitude seems to be the buzzword these days, about how important it is to be grateful. And absolutely, I don't disagree with that at all. But I want to challenge you on a few things about gratitude. Because, hello, Diane. For many people, I hear so many women come to me and talk about, I know I have a lot of things to be grateful for. And I know I have a lot of good things in my life. Hi, Susie. But I'm still not happy. And this is not an uncommon feeling to have at this point in your life. So I'm talking, 40s, 50s, into the 60s. This is not uncommon to recognize I have it all. I know I have a lot to be really grateful for, but I'm not happy. So I'm going to look at this at different levels here. Hello, Sarah. And the first level I want to look at is for those of you who know you have a lot of things to be grateful for. But what tends to happen is they get flipped. So I'll give you an example. One woman I talked to the other day talked about how lonely she's feeling now because she's not in a relationship and her kids have left because they've gotten older and they've got their own lives and whatnot. And so she knows that she has a lot to be grateful for. But all she sees and feels is the emptiness that's there. So what I would challenge you to is that these things that you just see the negative for, so what's the opposite? So for her, I would challenge, so the positive being you've raised 3 independent, wonderful children that are no longer living in your basement. Not that they were before, but I'm saying they're not 50 living in your basement. Hi, Trina. So they are now off living their own lives and enjoying life and whatnot. And that should be the focus. So instead of thinking about, oh, my house is so empty, it's about, wow, what an awesome job I did to raise these wonderful children who are now strong enough to be independent on their own. And if you actually stop and think about how does that feel? Like deep down, how does that feel? Knowing what you've done and whatever your scenario is. What have you done that you can be grateful for? To stop and actually maybe close your eyes and take some deep breaths and just feel that. How does that feel? Because it's one thing to say, yeah, and trust me, I did this years ago. I remember being in that position of, exact same position of not being happy, but thinking, I have so much to be grateful for. I have a wonderful, supportive husband. I have 3 great kids, beautiful home, a career I worked so hard for, and yet I wasn't happy. And how embarrassing is that? How do you even share that with? How do you even talk to anyone about that? Because how would they even understand that? So taking the time to think, okay, instead of just being flippant about, okay, these are all my list of things to be grateful for. Okay, what does that feel like? What does that feel to stop and really take that time and breathe through it about, okay, having this wonderful husband that I have, who's been so supportive of me. What does that really feel like? Having these 3 wonderful kids, having this beautiful home, all those things. So that's one level I want to talk to you about as far as being grateful and the gratitude piece. The other side, and some of you may have heard me talk about this before, is not looking at the big things, looking at the little things. And, we train our brains to look for certain things. And often this happens at a subconscious level. So if you're a negative person or people who are negative, they have trained themselves to look for all the bad things that happen. And, you know, we often talk about what we put out into the universe is what we get back. And so if all you're looking for are the negative things, that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to find. So instead, let's reverse that and start thinking of all the little things. And that's something I talk to my clients about a lot. Okay, what are some of the little things you can be grateful for? And I mean little on a daily basis. I went up to the mall and somebody held the door open for me. Driving there, I let someone in front of me when I was driving and they gave me a wave. Like, I mean little things. I was at the grocery store buying groceries and the clerk was friendly to me. They smiled at me. Like, little things. Because once you start seeing those little things, you start programming your brain to look for more of them. And trust me, there are a lot of those little things out there. But once you program yourself, you start seeing them more and more, and it fuels you. So instead of looking for the negative, and that's also something we've been trained to do, is to look for the negative. As soon as you catch yourself, think, whoa, wait a second. Is that what I want to be focusing on? Or do I want to flip this and look for the positive? So those are two things that you can work on as far as gratitude is concerned. One is looking at the bigger pieces and think, okay, well, how does this really feel? What does this feel like me deep down in my soul? And allow yourself to feel that as far as being grateful is concerned. And then the little pieces, looking for the little ways that you can be grateful. Give me a thumbs up if this sounds like something you can do, something that would work for you. For those of you who are thinking, as I was saying earlier, you know, I'm at this point in my life, I know I have a whole lot to be grateful for, but I'm not happy and I don't understand why. Like, how is this even possible? These are the people that I help on a regular basis. These are the people that I work with in my 4-month program. If you want to hop on a free call, and see how this could look like for you, how could this work for you? And then if we're a good fit, we'll talk about, you know, what it would look like. If this is something you're interested in, you can just type me down below in the comments, or you can send me a DM, whatever works best for you. Absolutely, we can set that up and we can talk about what is holding you back. Because that's something that I specialize in, that I can help my clients find those roadblocks, discover what those patterns are, what's holding them back. Because it's so frustrating when you know you have it all and yet you're not happy. And where do you go from there? So there's no need to stay there. That's something I can help you with, no problem. So if you're watching this on the replay, awesome, just type replay below. If you want to set up a call where we can talk about how I could help you discover that happiness, now that you're at this point in your life and you know you have it all and you know things could be better, type me below and we can definitely set up that call. Meanwhile, try those strategies out. Look at, looking at the bigger pieces of gratitude and what that really feels like, looking for the little things to start reprogramming your brain to do that and just to feel that on a more consistent basis. Anyway, hope that helps. Have a fabulous day. And next week, I know today's Tuesday. Normally I do my calls or the Facebook Lives on Monday. Because of the holiday, I flipped it over. Next week, I'm back to Mondays, and I'm going to be doing a later time, probably early afternoon. So I'll be sending a post out about that. Anyway, have a great day. Take care.